anyone who uses a lot of prescriptions, they might be helped. So, you know, I don't know, I think, you know, you're paying extra money towards helping those who don't have coverage.
You mean
In the
America?
taxes, right.
But I thought it was first.
Okay, so that's your historical rate adjustment. The next page, and it's basically the end, I believe, for today. Yeah, well, you know what, all of it was supposed to be landscape.
Can you get the envelope or copies?
Yeah, I'll send it to you electronically.
No.
No, just copies?
Electronic stuff you can't write on it.
Okay, I will get you copies. But
And then
what,
a copy on the board website would be helpful.
okay.
Yeah.
All right,
PDF
so
workers.
Yeah.
what this last page does, and I'd like to have another meeting where we just focus in on where you're spending your claim dollars. This is a report that we have at Gallagher, so we get a data dump from Blue Cross. And so what I have here is I have 3 years of your information in a couple coverage categories, the benchmark for Gallagher, and then also an education sector benchmark. So in Illinois, we have 140 school districts that we manage the benefits for. So that includes the 140. What I did is I work with many of the other top schools, high schools in the state. So I took a look at how you compared to them. So just, you know, demographic wise, there's an age sex factor and just your average age and your percentage of male employees that are covered on the plan, and you are right in line with what I see with the other high schools.
What column?
At the top, demographics is cut off. Yeah, this was all supposed to be landscape, and I already made them repackage this once, and so I figured I would get murdered if I made them redo it. I'm like, oh. So that's the demographics, so it shows your average monthly members, average member age, the number of male members, and your age sex factor. So you're right in line.
Males are singled out because they don't go to the doctor?
Males are cheaper to insure. Yeah.
We're less complicated.
That's
You
exactly
don't have
right.
babies.
In many ways.
Sure. The biology thing, I guess.
It is absolutely, well, I
They
won't
don't
say it
say
because I'm on
insurance.
camera. But, all right, so, you're
it-
right in line with what I see. And then when you look at the benchmark, you're actually a little bit better than the overall education benchmark. That's because the elementary districts have a higher incidence of female, so they tend to, and they have a higher age on average too than the high schools do. So that's one of the reasons the high schools come out a little bit better there. You know, as you look at your other factors, your admission per 1,000 members, your inpatient services, you can see that they actually went up 18% in 2013. Over the prior years were kind of stable. Your average paid admission, though, has dropped, and your average length of stay, you know, kind of goes up and down. But in all those categories, you're doing better than our overall education benchmark. Your outpatient services, you're doing better in a couple areas. So your outpatient services, yours went up, but they're still better than where the average benchmark is. Your average paid per admission for outpatient is higher. Your ER visits is, and this is what's interesting, because when I actually pull a report, your average emergency rooms are way up. They're over 200 a year. It was, on average, they're about 230.
Is there a penalty for that?
No, it's probably